Hello! It's almost bedtime again. Oh my goodness. I'm about almost a whole minute late. I was sitting around reading this book and then Miss Christie goes, "Hey, it's time to start recording." So, I'm recording and reading to you folks. Da 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 da. Mr. Sabo and Vedder are watching, and Marin is my neighbor from back over there, with Chloe and Brooklyn. Yes. Oh, how was your day today? My day was waiting on hold for hours and hours. Samuel and William. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was waiting on that phone for hours and hours, and I learned the whole song. And then your call is important to us. We will be with you momentarily. No, they weren't. They weren't with me momentarily. Probably like 4 hours. I just went, you know what? Maybe I'll hang up and try again tomorrow. No big deal. I was working around the house doing other stuff. Perfect. And just reaching over and doing some stuff. I don't know what I want to talk about tonight. My brain is kind of all over the map. I got a little grumpy earlier today because I feel kind of... You ever feel like there's tons and tons of pressure on you? Just like this? So that's what I felt like. So my brain has been kind of... Instead of thinking about the happy stuff like the sunshine and things like that, and Miss Christie and I went out and picked up some groceries. They bring them right to your car if you ask them. Yeah. Well, I gotta pay them still. Like they don't just randomly bring you groceries and stuff. That'd be kind of cool if you're just driving down the street and somebody goes, "Hey, you needed milk." "Oh yeah, that's right, I needed milk." Connor and Blaze and Malin, my niece and nephews. We call Connor and Blaze the twins that go like that. I don't know how to spell that, but you know. Oh, and then I sent my buddy Carmen was having kind of a yuck day too, so I sent her a face, and yeah, she just said thank you for that. So I guess, you know what? Some days even the guy that likes to be silly needs to have somebody be silly with them too. How about that? How was your day? Yeah. Really? Outside? That's cool. I should have spent some more time outside. But today, I didn't even pre-read these books, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I got this in the mail from somebody. Sent it to me. 50 below zero. Yeah, there you go. Got that from a friend. And then I've got a book that is from my collection called The Shape of Me and Other Things. Other Stuff. Well, if this is how you spelled things, then it would be The Shape of Me and Other Things. Grayson, gonna brush his teeth. Grayson, brush your teeth, and then, come and I'll read. And Hannah and Taylor would like me to read this. Hannah and Taylor, gonna read these two books. Should I get focused? Miss Christie's here. Say hi, Miss Christie. Yay! Which one should I read first? I'll read this one first. I'll pick that. Andrew. So this is 50 Below Zero. It's one of my buddy's favorite books. And this is by Robert Munsch. Robert Munsch he's got lots of neat books. This is a kind of a small book. I thought it was going to be bigger. Robert Munsch. 50 Below Zero. And the art is by Michael Marchenko. There you go. If you know him, tell him I got his name right. Hey, Christy, Auntie Mel says hi.
Hello.
That's my sister Mel. She's my third favorite sister. She is. I only have two. Jason was asleep. He was asleep. Oh, I fake yawned and then I really yawned. He woke up. He heard a sound in the kitchen. His father was sleeping on top of the refrigerator. "Papa, wake up!" Jason yelled, and went back to bed. Dad sleeping on top of the refrigerator? Jason woke up. He heard a sound in the garage. His father was sleeping on top of the car. "Papa, wake up!" Jason yelled and went back to bed. Jason woke up again. He heard sounds in the woods. Bum, bum, bum. His father was sleeping against a tree, and it was 50 below zero outside. "Papa, wake up!" Jason yelled. But this time, Jason couldn't wake him up. Uh-oh. Jason pushed and pulled his father home. Jason put his father in a warm bath. Then Jason got a really long rope, and he tied one end to the bathroom doorknob and the other to his father's big toe. Then Jason went back to bed. Oh, went back to bed. He thought out his dad, tied his toe, and went back to bed. Jason woke up. He heard a sound in his kitchen. His father was stuck in the middle of the floor. "Good," Jason said. "I can go to sleep." He's got his toe tied to the door. Tom Groth is watching. Hi, Tommy. Jason's mother woke up. She heard a sound in the kitchen. Look where Jason's sleeping. On top of the fridge. It starts all over again. 50 below zero. That was a really short book. Maybe we'll read 3 today. We'll see. Oh, sometimes. Do you ever sleepwalk? I don't think I have. I ever sleepwalked that you know of? No. Sometimes Christy opens the door and goes, "Hey, you want to go out there?" I'm like, "I'm sleeping." The Shape of Me and Other Stuff by Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. I do like how Dr. Seuss draws stuff. Like this car. That's cool. The Shape of Me and Other Stuff by Dr. Seuss. This one is from 1973. You know, it makes a fellow think. The shape of you, the shape of me, the shape of everything I see. A bug, a balloon, a bed, a bike. No two shapes are ever quite alike. That's what we were doing the other day, fishing. Except for not in a boat and we didn't catch any fish. So, completely different then. Just to think about the shape of beans and flowers and mice. The shape of beans and flowers and rice and big machines. See, that's what I really like about Dr. Seuss books, is the fact that it's just very whimsical, right? Like, there's probably not a machine like this ever, but he thought about it in his brain and went, I'm going to draw it. Just think about the shape of strings and elephants and other things. The shape of lips, the shape of ships, the shape of lips and the shape of ships, and the shape of water when it drip, drip, drips. And peanuts and pineapples, noses and grapes, everything comes in different shapes. Everything comes in different shapes. By George, you're right. And think of the shape of gum. Oh, I didn't think about that. And many shapes of chewing gum. I think he got lazy on that rhyme. He used gum twice. The shape of smoke and marshmallows and fires, and mountains and roosters and horses and tires. Horses and tires. I don't know if he knows what a horse looks like, but I know that's... I don't know if that's a horse. Maybe. The shape of camels, the shape of bees, and the wonderful shape of backdoor keys. Look at those old keys. That tells you how long ago these were written, right? Because the keys are all different shapes. Now they all kind of look the same with just a few different bumps. The shapes of spider webs and clothes. And speaking of shapes, now just suppose... Suppose you were shaped like these. Suppose you were shaped like these, or those, or shaped like a blog, or a garden hose. It's funny now that back then a blog was just a funny word, and now we use it all the time. People blog. Of all the shapes we might have been, this is one of my favorites. I wish I could get a poster with this on it, or even better yet, wallpaper. It's just not really colorful. Can you see the whole book? Of all the shapes we might have been, I say hooray for the shapes we're in. Even though I'm not... Some people go, you're out of shape. I'm like, I'm in my shape, and that's good enough for me. Dr. Seuss. I didn't take very long at all. Should we read another book? How about, do we have time for read another book? Oh, we definitely have time for read another book. Oh, Chrissy's just going to pick a book out. Uh-oh. It makes me nervous, because I have not even started to read this book before. It's called Betty and the YETI by Ella Burfoot. Oh. Well, if I mess up the words, I'll just start again and start. Well, not from the very beginning, but I'll just start again and read. Oh, some pictures right there. Pictures right there. This is Betty and the YETI. Betty and the YETI. This book is from 2010. Betty has a little red sled, and she takes it wherever she goes. She pulls on the ropes and flies down the slopes, whether it freezes or snows. I like rhyming books. Here, I'll do this so you can see the whole page. I'm not a big winter fan, right? I am more a... I like summer the best. What about... Is summer? Any votes for summer? Some people really like winter. I don't really like winter as much. Some people go, well, in the wintertime you can, put on more clothes, keep warm, but if in the summertime you can only take so many clothes off. I'm like, yep, good point there. Betty finds things in the snow when she goes out to play. She puts them on gently on her sled and goes about her way. Looks like she found, looks like an Arctic wolf or something. I don't know. Little service announcement. If you see an Arctic wolf, don't pick it up. One day she found a pair of gloves and she put them on her sled, and a jingly-jangly puffy hat which she wore upon her head. I've got a jingly-jangly hat. It's an elf hat, because I'm a giant 280-pound elf. Then she saw some snow boots, hairy as a bear. She tried them on her little feet and stamped from here to there. Then she found a woolly scarf, all thick with twigs and leaves, and one enormous smelly coat that came right past her knees. She found some boots and a scarf, and she found a big old smelly coat. Smelly coat. Can you smell it? Oh.
Thank you.
Who did those clothes belong to? Betty asked the polar bear. Sorry, do these clothes belong to you? Betty asked the polar bear. No, he said and shook his head. I don't need clothes to wear. I've got thick fur to keep me warm, and I don't mean to gloat, but I no have no need for hats or scarves, and I never wear a coat. Danica, I see Danica. Raven is here from Saskatoon. Do these clothes belong to you? Betty asked a big blue whale. No, said the whale and shook his head and splashed her great big tail. I've got blubber to keep me warm, a special kind of fat. Though I do like the bells on that jingly jangly hat. Actually, what the whale said was, jingly jangly hat. That's what she said. But Betty speaks whale, so she just translated. Do these clothes belong to you? She asked an Arctic hare. No, he said, and shook his head. Ask that rock over there. What a strange thing, thought Betty. Ask that rock over there. I could have went, Neep. Not my clothes, Doc. What a strange thing, thought Betty, peering at the rock. But I've asked a hare and a polar bear, so I don't see why not. Hello, Rock, said Betty. The rock did not reply. Hello, Rock, said Betty. The rock was very shy. But finally there came a voice and said to little Betty, I'm not really a rock at all. I'm actually a YETI. A YETI, squealed Betty. She tried to run away. But please don't go, the YETI cried. I'd love if you would stay. Please don't go. I'd love if you would stay. Yetis in the wild, you see, are rather shy and small. We have to wear a lot of clothes to keep us warm at all. Pardon me. He's wearing underwear. My clothes are big and hairy. They give folks such a shock that if I threw them all away and hid behind this rock, it's very hard to make a friend in the land of the snow when you're scared them all away before you even said hello. Betty didn't fret at all. She handed him his clothes. You better put these on, she said, before it really snows. He's putting on his boots and his hat and his stinky coat. His hat with bells. Talking about bells, Lee Bells is watching. He's hilarious improv dude. She took his muddy glove in her mittened hand and walked with him across the frozen land. Soon they met Betty's friends on a cold and snowy night. And the smelly, hairy Yeti, he gave them quite a fright. Look at this, awesome. Look at these guys, eh? Yeah, I'm out of here. No, wait for me. I'm not waiting. The Yeti and he's smelly and stuff. I'm not waiting. No, you wait for me. I'm going first. But when they saw that Betty had a hold of Yeti's paw, they knew they didn't need to be frightened anymore. Sound like Rick. Anymore. Anymore. And the hare spoke up quite bravely in a loud and cheerful voice. I'd befriend a Yeti, given half a choice. Jeff Rothman's watching. He's a hilarious comedian. So Whale and Bear and Arctic Hare became the Yeti's friends. And the Yeti kept his clothes on and was never cold again. Betty made a hat like his, and she wore it every day. And then she went out on her sled and jingled all the way. Then she wrote a sign, you don't often see a Yeti in the land of ice and snow, because unless you've met you once or twice, they're still quite shy, you know. Oh, Nikki Payne is there. She says, you should do this forever. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to try to do it. Nikki Payne's hilarious, and she's a great artist of not only voice and comedy, but you should see some of the artwork she does. It's fantastic. Yeti. Oh, man. So here this Yeti, right, was just a cool dude that was hanging out and nobody wanted to be his friend because they thought he was too scary. Have you ever met somebody that you looked at and you went, oh, and then you got to know them and they're a completely different person once you know them, right? Sometimes you'll see people and you'll make, you sort of make a snap judgment. You go, oh, that person is like this, or that person is like that, or that person could be this, or she is this, and he is this. And then, or some people you think, oh, I'm never going to like this person, and then you meet them, right? And they're completely different, and you get to know who they are on the inside, and what their heart is like, and what their hopes, and what they like to play with, and what they want to be when they grow up, and you get to meet them, and you get to know them, and then when you look on the outside again, right? You don't even see the same person you saw before, right? Isn't that neat? Because sometimes we see with our eyes and we forget to look at it with our heart, I bet. Yeah, I've done that before too. No. Oh, it's bedtime for Grayson. Well, you know what, Grayson? You're right. It's bedtime for all of us. So I'm going to say goodnight. And please remember to make sure that you tell everybody in your life that means something to you or that you love them. Make sure you never forget to tell them how much you love them. And be safe and be brave and be silly as you can be. Right? Be kind. Because, right? It's okay to get mad. It's okay to be sad. And it's okay not to like the people around you. Because sometimes you're not going to like the people around you. Even though... even in a situation like this, where you love the people and sometimes you're like, oh, it's just too much. Huh? But you have to be three things. Always be kind. Right? Always be kind. And be you. Be you as much as you can. And don't let anybody else stop you from being who you really are. And you don't have to do everything properly. You don't have to do everything perfectly. Because you know what? In my world, in all that you say and all that you do, you never have to be perfect. You just have to be you. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. May your dreams be cheery and your dreams be bright. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. See, I'm not a professional singer. I probably would have went first. Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Sleep tight. Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Sleep tight. May your dreams be so silly till that morning light. Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Good night. Don't forget to tell the people that you love them. Lots of love. Bye.